If you cannot scale, you will die. The wealthiest people in the world, they all understand this one concept that I'm about to share with you. Number one, and what is scalability? First off, what's the definition of scalability? It means the capacity to change in scale or size. And I would add profitably for that matter. To be able to scale an organization, be able to scale something and change something profitably is very important. If you want to put these things into practice, number one, write this down. I always say if it is not predictable, it is not scalable. The highest leaders, the best leaders out there understand systems, and that is one of the biggest keys to making them successful. If it's not repeatable, it's not predictable. You just have a hobby, not a business. No one's passing down hobbies to multi-generations, right? You need to pass down a business. For example, what we always urge our clients to do, we help clients get into real estate or scale their current portfolio, go to another level. If they're at 10 million in assets under management, help them go to 100 million, or take their business, double it, 10x it. But the number one thing every single time is they have to identify, where do I want to be? Just suppose an example is I need to be closing 50 to 100 units every single quarter, okay? For 2025, 2026, every single quarter, I want to be hitting 50 to 100 units. I want to be closing on that size. Well, what does that mean? What's the metrics you need to hit? If you want to say, I want to take my first one down in 6 months from now. Well, what's the metrics you need to hit in order to see that realized? What are the repeatable metrics? So for us, we'd say, if you want to do that every single quarter, you need to be hitting 3 to 5 LOIs per week, offers, right? We need to be getting 3 to 5 offers out there. And then as a business owner, you think, okay, what does it take to get those 3 to 5 offers out there? I've got to reach out to so many people. I've got to do this and this. And people always say, the market is hard. The market is hard because you're not reaching out to enough people. They say, I can't get my offers accepted. Everyone wants too much for their property. Listen, everyone wants too much for their property because your pool is limited. You're reaching out to the wrong people. You're not reaching out to enough people. Number one, you've got to create systems and you've got to increase lead flow. You've got to figure out what is the number I have to hit to make sure that I guarantee the goal of what I'm trying to shoot for. That is number one, okay? Number two, and this is big, and arguably one of the most important ones, is that scalability starts and ends with the leader's capacity. So scalability starts and ends with the leader's capability, adaptability, and teachability. So those are huge. The organization can only rise to the level of the leadership's capacity to learn and eagerness to grow. If there's anything you take to heart in all of this series, it's the eagerness to grow, the eagerness to learn. Jim Rohn was one of the most impactful people on my philosophy and my thought and how I moved into business. He said, you can have whatever you want because you can become whoever you want. You can have whatever you want because you can become whatever you want. And one of the biggest breakthroughs I've had was understanding that I could infinitely scale my income because I can infinitely scale my value and I can constantly grow my learning. You currently, understand this, you are currently getting paid according to the value you are bringing to the marketplace. I want this one video, this one moment to be a catalyst for your growth, because if you understand this concept, you understand that the world, you can do whatever you want to do, you can become whoever you want to be, you can earn whatever you want, you can make the impact that you want. It's just about how far you want to go. Put this into practice, put down the systems, the metrics that you need to hit, and put down the learning and who are you going to reach out to, what do you need to learn to get to the next level. All right, God bless.